Remember, the rates at the redemption centers will be higher than those at the banks. The only exception that I've heard of on that has been the Vietnamese dong. The dong rate at the redemption center yesterday was the same as it was in the banks. That's the exception for the rule. The dinar is going to be much higher at the redemption center, because they're going to offer us a contract rate on the dinar. What we're doing is crossing our fingers and hoping Iraq changes the exchange rate while the 3 zeros are still on the currency. If they remove those zeros, those millions of dollars you thought you were going get, you're not going to get. If we can get Iran to start working with Sudani, you see, it's not that Iran has to do things, Iran doesn't have to do things that Trump wants them to do. Trump doesn't need Iran. What it is Iran has to spot the things that they are doing. That's what Trump wants of Iran. Security and stability is demanded of the monetary reform. Kurdistan oil and Iranian gas. America puts Iraq in front of two options, either implementing orders or sanctions. Dinar, do I still think it's coming down the road? Yes, as far as I know right now. But there is too much going on with Syria and that whole thing. We don't know where it's going to go, or is the United States going to attack ISIS again? Iran is being threatened by Israel and the United States. So there's a lot going on. There's no information to simply say one side or the other. Having said that, has Iraq's financial goals changed? Has what they said they want to do with the Iraqi dinar changed? It's just how are they going to participate to be part of the global markets the best way they can? Assuming this digital dinar happens, will we need to turn in our currency and allow it to be converted to digital? If so, where will it be held? At some point, you may have to get a dinar-denominated account through some market maker or ECN. Then of course, you could watch the dinar rise or sell it when you want to cash out. But all of that is yet to be determined. No need to get ahead of ourselves. Question: any bond or RV news today, Mark? Marks, there are many stories of people who have been processing throughout the week. They are being told they plan to have them all done by the 17th or 18th of March. So we can go at any time between now and then. I do have somebody who expects to keep their appointment to change their currency late this afternoon. I think they may be premature. It may be a banker who was optimistic and set the appointment. They have not yet cancelled it. It would make my day if they got to exchange. Even if the bank jumped the gun. The digital currency will never replace the IQD, and there is no need to worry, as they are two different animals for two entirely different uses. Fintech is happening whether people like it or not, and it's happening very fast. How much time would they give to exchange the dinar? 6 months to a year. Or maybe forever, the same thing like the American dollar. We still got a $1,000 note that's legal tender. They're not going to be just using the dollar anymore, they're going to be using dinar in the future. They're not internationally accepted on the forex around the world just yet. Once they are, this dinar story is going to change. How the Development Road project will automatically help Iraq increase the value of its currency. When other countries need to buy Iraq's international transport service, hopefully they must pay for these services using the IQD. The more IQD they purchase, the more the value of the currency goes up. This is the economic point that Iraq is headed for. The new rate more than likely will not be 1-to-1, but what if it gets to 25 cents to $1? Many of us, who hold 1 million IQD, will be in line to receive $250,000. That's if and when we are allowed to exchange our IQD. Analysis detailing the reasons for the fluctuations in the exchange rate of the Iraqi dinar against the dollar over 21 years. Quote, supply and demand were the most influential. December was the month with the most frequent increase in the value of the dinar, followed by August and June with increases in the value of the dinar against the dollar in 11 years, then April 10th times. The analysis concluded that the seasonal effect remains one of the main elements in determining the exchange rate trends in Iraq, as a recurring pattern appears at the end of the year and the beginning of the fiscal year. The Development Road project has global support, and that is clear as day to me. What we see today, Iraq is ready for their revaluation of their currency. Inflation levels, low. Interest rates high globally, which is good, key. Economic performance of their GDP, which they're going to grow, which is huge. Foreign investment and government policies in place for investors. And overall market sentiment. A country's currency is revalued when its economic strength is perceived right. Budget tables will reach Parliament next week. We had heard that the bondholders have received, but we haven't confirmed it yet that they have received their emails. That gives them access or tells them when they get access to their accounts. At the same time, we get emails giving us a toll-free number to set our appointments. Look at the 8 oil companies that do not want to start the flow of the oil. The answer is because the new exchange rate has not been revealed to them yet. The financial advisor to the Prime Minister, Mazar Mohammed Saleh, confirmed that the hypothesis of a partial deficit in the annual budget will depend on the efficiency of implementing operational and investment expenses. Saleh told Al Furat news agency that historical data shows that spending efficiency did not exceed 83% of the total annual spending ceiling of about 200 trillion dinars. He pointed out that the final picture of spending will become clear through the budget tables that will soon be submitted to the House of Representatives for approval, based on the provisions of Article 77/2 of Law No. 13. He stressed that the government executive apparatus applies the highest levels of control over spending and internal oversight of expenditures, in addition to the efforts made to enhance non-oil revenues with precision and high governance, to support cash flows and ensure financial stability. Member of the Parliamentary Finance Committee, Yahya al-Muhammadi, said today, Friday, that it was necessary to vote on the budget schedules for the year 2025 before the end of the fiscal year so that the ministries and governorates would have the full opportunity to spend what was allocated to them from the budget. Al-Muhammadi said in a statement to Al-Maluma agency, the budget schedules have not yet reached the House of Representatives or the Parliamentary Finance Committee. He added, the 2025 budget tables are supposed to be submitted in mid-October, while the tables have not yet reached Parliament. He stressed the need to send the tables of the general federal budget for the year 2025 so that the Finance Committee can legislate them in the House of Representatives, stressing that the country is in dire need of legislating the tables. The Parliamentary Oil and Gas Committee revealed, on Friday, that there is a delay in the work of the Ukrainian company operating the Akaz gas field, suggesting that the Iraqi government may issue a final